See what we get. Oh. All right. Another max XP run. What do we want to run weapon-wise? Kid, I'll do an SKS. All right, so yeah, this one is the new meta one. We could try it. We could try it. No, just spinning the wheel. Is it still an overswing bug? What's the overswing bug? Oh, wasn't too bad. Snappy too. I don't really like the... There's like a stutter when I aim. Do you see that? Aim, boom, kicks. Aim, boom. Boom. I've been trying to get back into Tarkov, and it seems impossible. I died to everything. Any tips? Are you low level? It gets easier as you level up your traders, Nikki. The early levels, it's tough, dude, because you have your strength and endurance is lower, and your trader level is lower, so you can't get as good of gear. You're not stacking up as much armors and good guns and all that. But the ammo, tier 1 ammo, is the easiest it's ever been to get outside of like 6 years ago when you could buy it on the flea market, right? When you could buy and sell everything on the flea market, that was the easiest time to get tier 1 ammo. But now, like on streets, I'll show you the rooms, but there's 4 key rooms: security, cargo container, armory, and MVD. You'll stack up on tier 1 ammo. And then they nerfed all the attachments recently to where all the guns kind of feel meh. But the attachments are all, you know, as long as you have an attachment on your gun, you're fine. Let's see if we saw anyone. Ooh, Kaban's up. I'm gonna go for that. Go straight there. So yeah, the building a gun at a lower level is easier to get a good working gun. And then good ammo you can get. You have to find the keys. So I'd start on streets, hit finally cabinets. Get the keyed rooms. And then farm out some good ammo. Run your scav anytime it's up. When your scav's not up, run your PMC and try and quest and do the side quests. Don't worry about doing the main storyline yet. Outside of like maybe the tour. Oh yeah, the challenge. I meant to update it. I need to murder everything. We're gonna be boss hunting. Jesus. Bro. Not enough flesh damage on MAIAP to one tap Kaban. Or not Kaban, but his guards even. TP ammo is actually better for that. Then we do whatever challenge we land on. Sup, bitch? I should probably actually search him. And to answer your question, Ozzy, yeah, getting shot does give me a little bit of XP because I heal up. And so it's all a part of the strategy to let them shoot me a little bit before I clap them. Min-maxing that XP. It's big brain plays. Big brain plays. You as a nuclear astrologist, physicist, or some shit. I don't remember exactly what job you did. I know it's something super brainiac. You wouldn't understand. Not big enough brain, apparently. Big brain plays here. Oh. Bro. Stupid scav. Yeah, you're not wrong. I probably should pick up every item and then drop it. Did Kaban finally have some good ammo? No. FMJ. That's it. Kind of cracks me up. BSG is like, yeah, we're gonna adjust the boss's loot as the wipe progresses. They nerfed the fuck out of Kaban's loot and they just never touched it again. One shot over there. Let's go hunt down. Did we loot this guy? Mr. Calante now. What the crocodile rock clothing are you wearing? The deadly frog. Can I get a ribbit? Can I get a ribbit? I'm gonna hit this real quick. A little bit of spending money. And shooting over to my right as well. They better not have killed Kalante or I'll be sad. I want to try and knock out the rest of the hardcore account and then we can make plans for other Tarkov challenges. I don't think I hit cargo container. Did I? I did. I did. Oh, they didn't nerf the key rooms for that. Ooh, sounds like we got boss. Okay, well, my plate's probably toasted now. Yep. Bring it on, pal. Here we go. Two bosses down. Come on, have PP ammo. Oop. Nope. Nope. Have to ditch my plates. They're too tore. One we can. We'll grab some on Interchange. Damn, not gonna ammo on any of these guys. Let me go back and get my... This guy? Yep. Get back and get my rig. Watching the game 3 at 3:30? Nah. I'll catch the highlights. We're gonna whoop their ass, dude. It's getting like 124, 111. I'm rocking PP ammo in one of my mags and then MAIP in the other two. Now that we've killed the bosses, I'm just gonna rock the MAIP. Well, I'll do that actually because I'm gonna be killing scavs on the way to extract. Oops, didn't mean to prone. I'd say J-Dub's probably one of the most enjoyable players to watch on the Thunder. Very talented player. How much FPS do you get on streets on your 4K monitor? I don't know. 130? I'll check in a second. I don't want to open it up in the middle of the street. All those open windows just scream sniping spots for me. Yeah, for real. There's really only a few spots that people do post up to try and snipe. One of them is over here. Be up top there. The door's closed over there, but with the dead scav, I'm thinking it's probably already hit. They just closed the door after him. Yeah. Well, that is a distracting shadow. Yeah, unlocked it and probably died in the key animation. He unloaded the mags. And took the time to unload the mags, but didn't check the room. 240 rounds of BS ammo. Whatever he found in those mags couldn't have been better than the BS ammo. I mean, I guess depending on what you're trying to do. The Golnik maybe, if you're hunting like Tequila on Labyrinth. Alright. On to Interchange. Yeah, true cap. But I mean, even then, dude, that even the PC is in safe would make it worth hitting. I guess if you already have a lot of money, then not a big deal. We kind of tore up the durability on this SKS. Low chance on jamming. Okay, I mean, we could probably run it to like 88, 87 before it starts to jam. And it's a single fire weapon. So less likely. We're not blowing through a ton of ammo. We're still trying to make it through all the maps. Now, this is the max XP run, so we're going to be boss hunting. We're not doing all the maps. A lot of the maps aren't worth it XP-wise. So we push in for like Tequila, Killa, Kaban, Kalante, Rashala when we're on the map, or the Goons, or the Cultists, depending on the time. And then to Shoreline, and then to Labyrinth. Actually, we're gonna go this way. Actually, got a really good spawn for this. Guess I still probably should have put a grenade in here just to try and see where he's at. I'm thinking I will hear him when we get close. Grab a little bit of extra loot. Why not? All right, is he back here? Damn. I don't think a tequila spawned. Shame. Not a big deal. We can push through and go for turn power on and then get it more armor. Get new armor plates. Maybe find kill or kill as well. Words. It's starting nighttime as well. Hopefully this next queue is not super long. But you never know. Wilson! Maybe. Dwarf space miners got to get materials and miners. Speaking of dwarfs and mining and there's a survival game. Oh, I heard suppress shots down here. They just got an update recently. It's like their 8th major update. Enshrouded. That game actually was fun as hell. Uh-oh, here comes the alarms. I went and got a bunch of materials and then dug deep into the mountain. Got my dwarf on. The alarm is terrible. Drive me insane. I think if I was going to do like a PvE game again, I would give Enshrouded another go. I haven't tried Marauders, but I did see their post the other day that they were still working on the game. I thought it was dead. I thought the devs gave up on it long ago. I realized they were still working on it. Nobody said a big stint on Enshrouded. They said it was a great time. You know, it is solid game. And I haven't played it since like when it first dropped. So they've done a bunch of major updates since then. All right, Killer, where you at, pal? I don't think that got him. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's get this. TV keeps lagging. Mine's working. We'll take the side plate. The corund is just the back plate, and I don't have a corund, so does me no good. The plate's there. All right. MCX. I don't have any ammo for it. I'm gonna take it for fun though. And who knows, maybe we'll find some ammo. Little M61. I did not mean to do that. PMCs are lulling you into a false sense of security. You're not wrong. Nighttime interchange is sometimes a lullaby. Push back this way, try and kill some more things. If we're not going to get Killa, I'd at least like to get some more scavs. Check the underground. I haven't played a crazy amount of Rust, only like a couple 100 hours. But I was thinking about hopping in Peanut's Rust server, and the more I thought about it, dude, I was like, that's like a full-time fucking job. You gotta play like 8 hours a day to build your base up, and then have to be ready to get on it all hours of the night to defend it. Kind of wanting to do other content and challenges and stuff, and I think I might just leave that to the pros. Positive is the base is offline protected on a server. That's good. But what if there's one person on? Because like, I think Trey got 6v1'd. It doesn't count as offline because Trey was on, even though 8 out of 9 of his guys weren't, or 7 out of 8 of his guys weren't. Okay, so you got like plan to win beyond and stuff. Okay. Okay, well that does make it a little more tempting. That makes it a little more tempting because I'm not gonna lie, that was the biggest turnoff for me personally on Rust, was like the thought of spending all that time to build up your just to get offline if you didn't log on in the middle of the night. And I know there's like an app that you can have on your phone. The people I played with, bro, they took it seriously. They were about it. They had an app on their phone to where if their base got attacked, it would do an alarm on their phone so they would know, and they'd wake up and then hop on and defend the raid. Once I go to sleep, I'm not waking up for that shit. Not a chance. That alarm would go off and I would wake up and be like, that, and turn it off and go right back to sleep. Yeah, the first time it happened where we spent like the day, the start of wipe, building up the base and getting all the materials and doing all that, and then logged on the next day and they're like, yeah, we got raided overnight and we're just gonna go to a new server or start fresh. It's just like, nah. I'm not fully opposed, but that's some next level dedication. Yeah, Jackson. Rust, dude, Rust is a fun game. It is a fun game. But I would wager that it's one of the worst communities online. The streaming community was chill. The people that I interacted with, they seemed cool. They didn't know them or anything like that. So, I mean, who knows? But the player base, though, bro, a bunch of racist 12-year-olds. I heard more slurs in that week of playing Rust than I had my entire life. And that's saying something because I played Call of Duty. Strong opinion concerning the game you made? I feel like I could count on one hand how many times I've had someone running around screaming slurs on Tarkov. It happens, but literally within 5 minutes of playing Rust, I had a kid, he could have been no older than 12, literally chased me down screaming the N-word. Swear to you. Yep. Yeah, I think the community is just very passionate about the game. More passionate than the devs are. And I think that's where the frustration lies for a lot of people. Like Nikita is even, you know, it's very obvious the dude is ready to move on from Tarkov. Just like the new arena battle pass. People are losing over weapon attachments. Yeah. Holy shit. Man, did a kill a power slide one tap. Jesus. Rip. Oh, God dang. Power slid, one tapped my head. Yeah, on the attachment thing, I agree on... I think people were... They didn't criticize correctly on that. And trying to make it out like it was the most meta attachments that were locked behind arena. You know, not the right complaint. Because you can get the same quality of attachments on Tarkov. But locking things behind... It's a predatory business practice, and they're strong-arming their core community to play an inferior product because it's a failed product. That's the only way they can recoup any of the losses. Milking you. And I'm not a cow, my man. I don't have tits that can be milked. And so is what it is. But I think a lot of the complaints with them trying to force arena in the ways they have are valid. They're valid. Might not have been worded all the way correctly, but they're valid. I don't think it's necessarily like crying and complaining. It's